So we're back with another episode of What? Wow. And I have the amazing Brittany Passion here today.
Hey,
thank you for being here. And Brittany owns the casting agency called The Passion Experience.
Yes.
And The Passion Experience has gotten over 7,000 people placed in films and movies. That is a major accomplishment. Give yourself a round of applause. Yes. But not only that, you went from behind the scenes and you're in movies yourself. You're in at least 10 Tubi movies, like starring.
I am.
Not just supporting cast, but starring in these movies.
Yes, queen.
So there's so many different questions that I have to ask because that is literally amazing. People don't know how much work and effort and hard work comes into doing a production. And I met you as an acting coach, so you do a little bit of that
I do a little bit of everything.
Right. So that's a good thing, but you stay in your space and in your realm. Real quick, you guys, this episode is sponsored by Ritzy Girl XO, a luxury lifestyle brand. Their motto is set the tone in every room, and with them, you will. Be sure to check them out. You will not be disappointed. www.ritzygirlxo.
Yes.
So how did you get started into, how did your agency come about?
So funny story. I used to model, right? I used to be a video vixen.
I can see it.
Used to be a video vixen back in the day, about 40 pounds lighter. But
no, you look good.
Thank you, baby. But yes, so I used to do music videos because I didn't really know how to get started.
Right.
Didn't really have a lot of resources on how to get into acting or film and production.
Right.
And so, girl, I would drive from Nashville, Tennessee to Atlanta every weekend to do music videos, and then I would go to work. I would go to work as a counselor from during the week. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then on the weekends or at nights, I would come to Atlanta, get on the road, hop on the road. Back and forth.
So you was a counselor too?
I was. A lot of people don't know that. I have a degree.
Oh my God.
I have a degree in counseling. I got two.
Okay.
Got two.
Everybody's educated around here.
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. So what are your degrees in?
Counseling and psychology.
Okay. So you know how to get people together.
Get them together. But no, so I started off modeling, and then I noticed when I modeled, guys and women would try to take advantage of you. Didn't have a lot of resources. Like I said, didn't know really where to start. Didn't have a portfolio. Right. So after about a year or two of doing it, I met a lot of dope people coming to Atlanta, networking. And going back to Nashville, we didn't really have
that community.
We didn't at all. So I started the community in Nashville. I became the community. And then that's how I birthed the Passion Experience in 2016. And then once I moved to Atlanta, transitioned to TV film. But I cast TV film, commercials, hair shows, music videos.
In North Carolina? In
Nashville as well as Atlanta. Well, now the whole Southeast.
Okay.
But it started off in Nashville. And I created the model lane in Nashville. They can't mention it without mentioning Brittany Passion.
Hello.
Okay.
Period. You put your stamp on it. So how did you go about, what's the detailed story about how you got into from going behind the scenes to in front of the scenes?
Yeah, so it's just crazy because for me, they kind of happen simultaneously because I started in front of the camera.
Okay.
So I started with modeling. Then started my company, taking a step back.
Right.
I acted as a manager.
Because you had to learn the business.
I had to learn the business.
Right.
And so once I actually learned the business, I was like, I like the behind the scenes. I mean, I'm main character energy all day. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly.
But I love being able to help other people find their passions as well.
Right.
And give them the resources and knowledge that they didn't have. A lot of people gatekeep.
Right.
You know how it is. People
do.
Gatekeep.
Exactly.
And so for me, I started on camera, took a break, went behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And when I came to Atlanta, I started off being an extra.
Right. Because you got to start your way up.
You got to start somewhere. And so did that for a little bit. But I always knew I need to be in front of the camera. But I fell in love with behind the scenes. So I was battling it had a mentor and told him hey, I have my own casting company. I want to learn TV and film. He was like, nah. And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, nah, you an actor.
Period. Straight up.
But I do casting. He like, nah, you an actor. So he told me no.
He spoke that into your life.
He spoke it into my life. 3 years, he told me. He was like, no. So then fast forward, he finally hired me.
Wow.
Told me the game.
As an actor?
As an actress. Casting.
Oh, as casting?
As casting.
Okay.
As casting. He finally hired me and was like, all right, I'm going to teach you the game, teach you the ropes. And from there, it's been like
on and on and on.
It's been on and on,
So
yes.
I know you're definitely working on some dope projects, but I have to ask you. So being an actress, right? Mm-hmm. You have to tap into a lot of different roles. Woo. Do you get caught up in that as far as like sometimes really getting into your characters like too deeply, start trying to like...
Listen, it is definitely, you have to be mentally strong. Mm-hmm. And if you're not trained in some type of way, right. It's easy to slip and fall. I remember I was working on this series and the guy, not gonna name him, but girl, he fell in love with me in real life.
Oh my God.
Real life. Like, I'm like,
wow.
This is the character. This is not Brittany, but he fell in love with me in real life.
What?
And I was doing my role on camera, and then after the camera started rolling, baby, I went home, went about my day.
So how does that even happen?
When you're really allowing yourself to be vulnerable in these roles, the goal is to make it believable. This is somebody's real story. It might not be your story, but it's somebody's real story. So you got to make it believable.
So you was acting really good.
I was acting really good, okay? I'm like, shoot, listen, acting really good.
How did you, okay, so he fell in love with you. So like, how did you escape that? Because
listen, he had a whole girlfriend and everything, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Nikki.
Right.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
Nah, I'm just playing. But he had a girlfriend and everything. But I did have a conversation with him. Just let him know, like, hey, this is acting.
This is not real life.
Maybe this ain't that kind of party.
Right.
But Nikki, they'll try it.
I know. A lot of people will try it. You're beautiful. You know, things can happen.
Yes.
So let me ask you, so how do you balance running this successful agency, then having to learn your scripts, and then your relationship, like your life outside of that? How do you juggle that? How do you go from doing that work to turning it off and figuring out your real life? Because I know sometimes it affects your relationships, your family.
What relationship?
You can't even have
Look, what relationship? What relationship? It is hard because, like you said, it requires so much of me, but not just physically. Right. Mentally, spiritually, it's a lot. And sometimes if I go deep and my character has a lot of flaws, sometimes it's hard for me to tap back out.
Right.
It's easy for me to tap in, but then afterwards, when it's said and done, like, I need to get my mind.
So you be down for a little bit?
Girl, listen, I be still thinking I'm the character, and my friends be like, hold on, what's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah, it takes a toll on you, so you have to be able to stay grounded. I got to stay grounded.
So what do you use to stay grounded? What are some tips that you can give to people that are in that same space that you're in? They're into acting, but they have to navigate their real lives so they can make extra money.
Okay.
How do you stay grounded?
For me, one thing I would say is prayer first.
Yes.
I put God before anything, baby. I got to stay prayed up. I pray before I go to set because I never know what type of energies I'm bringing. Especially when I do these love scenes. I'm like, listen, it's fake God, so I need this energy up.
What? So you be doing love scenes?
I be doing love scenes.
Check out your stuff. Well, I only seen one little. I was like, wait a minute.
I be doing love scenes, so I got to stay prayed up. But two, also finding your community. That's big. Finding your tribe out here, or wherever you are. Finding your tribe, because it's easy to get swallowed and sucked up into this whole industry. It gets wild and it gets crazy.
Swallow. No, swallow.
Not swallow. But yes, finding your community, and then two, if you are in a relationship or trying to date, just communicate. Overly communicate. Anytime that I was dating, I made sure my partner understood, like, listen, babe, like, I might gotta do this. So I had him practice with me. You know what I'm saying?
So transparency,
because one time, baby, I showed my love scene. This is before I got big. I had a little series on YouTube. Girl, he threw that computer across the room.
Ain't nothing little. You had a series.
I had a series. It wasn't little, but he threw that laptop across the room.
Oh my God. Yeah. So it can really get there.
It can get there. So I had to communicate and let them know what they getting into, and it's up to you if you want to support it or not.
Do you run into a lot of men that, help you with opportunities, or do you run into a lot of men that's trying to take opportunities from you?
Girl, listen, dating, first of all, dating in Atlanta is hard anyway.
Yes.
But dating in Atlanta and me doing what I do, Nikki, it is hard, and a lot of these men are opportunists, okay?
Of course.
Girl, they'll slide in my DM, talking about they want to work, they want to do a movie, but then literally, well, actually they'll start with, can I take you out? And then it's like, and I play them, then they like, oh, well, I'm trying to make you the lead in my next movie.
What? Nah, they bugging.
No, dead serious. Girl, listen, they are, I don't know, it's weird because I feel like a lot of people try to take my kindness for weakness, or they try to use me.
Yes.
But I did caught myself one time going on a little date.
You went, not you going on a little date.
I went on a little date.
You are bugging.
With a director.
Oh.
And yeah, girl, he tried it. And it was like a business date. So I ain't gonna say a date. It was like a business. I thought it was a business
like how
date.
he tried it?
Oh, baby, he tried it. Like, after the day, we talked business the whole entire time.
Uh-huh.
And then afterwards, he was like, yeah, so you want to be the lead in my new movie? I mean, if you do, you can come home with me. Or
What? Not come home with you. Come home and do what?
Nikki, girl.
That is crazy.
But it happens so often. So I need people to know, like, I'm wearing a pretty face, baby. I'm about my business. If I was,
But come home with me, though?
Oh, yeah, straight up. Like, you
For
can
a
come home with
movie?
me to be the lead, or
Then what?
we can all work together.
Oh, straight up like that?
Straight up like that.
Oh, I hope you reported him or sprayed his name.
Yeah, I blocked him on everything.
I know, that's right. And keep it moving.
Sir, and I would never say your name.
Right. We not, because you can't give him that clout.
You can't get no clout over here.
You popping.
No, sir.
Yes. So you also have a book coming out.
I do.
What's the name of your book?
The book is called Racing Through the Background, the ultimate guide to background acting in the industry and beyond. So it's called Racing Through the Background because it's a play up of me, Get Gassed Up with BP.
Hello.
Brittany Passion. And just, it's a beginner's guide, really.
Right.
To help people. I share a little bit about my journey, how I got started. And I also talk to people about tips, what they could do to get started in the acting industry as well, and what they can do beyond. So
yeah, and avoid getting scammed or so many different things.
Girl,
like
people
that.
don't try to say I scammed before.
Right, they're gonna say everything.
Listen.
But guess what? You just gotta keep pushing.
Got to.
Yes, so I can't wait to see that come out. I know definitely with your experience and your expertise, a lot of people are going to learn from that, and it's going to be very valuable.
Yes.
So thank you for coming.
Yes,
give me 2 words to describe yourself.
Ooh, 2 words to describe myself. One, I would say trailblazer.
Yes.
Trailblazer. I do my own thing.
That.
I do my own thing. I put a lot of passion behind everything I do. But I also pave the way and ignite the fire in others to be able to do the same.
Hello.
And then the second word, I would say, connector.
Wow.
I'm a connector.
You definitely are.
That's what my business does. Like, we connect people, makeup artists, hairstylists, actors, models, singers, whoever. We connect people. We connect the dots.
And it's a life-changing thing that you do.
It is. Yes. And I'm so positive. Like, anybody that follow me or know me, like, everything I do is positive. Yes. I exude positivity because life be lifing, okay?
Life be lifing. But you'll get that positivity back in different ways.
Exactly. And I got to show people it's light at the end of the tunnel.
Hello. Okay. Yes. And you look good doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I can't wait to see what else you got going on. I know you're doing bigger and better things, and you are going places, and I'm here rooting for you.
Well, thank you.
What? Wow. Later. What? Wow.